as young as the Earth is. It has been around longer than most civilizations and societies. The Earth's age is nothing compared to how many people have lived, flourished, and died on it. On this note, the topic of several societies and civilizations that lived on this planet are countless. There were people with mysterious beginnings and even more mysterious disappearances, with very little or no evidence found. And then there are these magnificent cultures and societies that left behind buildings and monuments of their once wealthy and powerful civilizations, having a population upwards of thousands, with families, a form of government, and traces of livelihood and early signs of intelligence and sophistication that's unheard of and are as astonishing as any other fossil of an extinct dinosaur. Basic computer coding would not have existed if not for the Maya society. The civilization invented the number 0. They were also one of the most advanced people of their time. Architecture, agriculture, math, and that famous calendar are only some of the achievements the Maya civilization brought to our world. Unfortunately, the Maya started to fade in existence, due to numerous theories like climate change, war, and disease, to name a few. Remnants of the ancient civilization now rest in Central America, located and spread throughout Mexico, Belize, and Guatemala. Petra was the capital city of the Nabatean civilization. A trading route that was too good to be true. People traded everything in this ancient city center, from silks, spices, and ivory, to gems, medicine, and precious metals. This was a civilization free of slavery. People carried and worked for themselves and no other. Located in and around the countries of Jordan and Arabia, the Nabateans were most famous for building Petra, which might as well be the first ever mall in the world. When most of the traders shifted direction, it was believed that the Nabatean people also slowly abandoned Petra, leading to the civilization's demise. John White was the appointed governor of more than 100 English people that settled on the island of Roanoke. This was a story that is very well known in modern-day North Carolina. The island these English settlers decided to live on is just off the coast of North Carolina, United States today. John White was supposed to sail to England and sail back to the island with supplies to start their new civilization, but when he came back, the only thing that greeted him was a tree with the word Croatoan carved on it. The settlers were gone, believed to have been abducted, killed, or died while trying to sail back themselves. During 1200 BC, the area of Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico and Utah was home to the Anasazi. They were Native Americans, also known as ancestral Puebloans. These people hunted at first but then learned how to farm later on. Evidence of their existence is seen in pottery, cookware, baskets, bows, and arrows. Their shelters were situated near cliffs, and small towns spread all over the Four Corners land area. Their disappearance cannot just be explained by drought or an increase in population. Some experts say there must have been some kind of social conflict that led to the civilization's demise. In Egypt, a long time ago, about 6500 BC, there was a society that lived in the Sahara Desert. During that time, it was believed that the climate and surroundings made it possible for people to live in the middle of the Sahara. Archaeological findings show that the citizens were farmers and they even knew how to domesticate animals like cows. Their village is located about 500 miles from today's Egyptian capital, Cairo. There were also stones that point to the Nabta people's knowledge of astronomy. The Harappan civilization, or more popularly known as the Indus, was a society that grew to an estimated 5 million. They lived on lands that are Afghanistan, India, Iran, and Pakistan today. The civilization flourished for about 2,000 years, leaving behind brick houses, walkways, shops, and other amazing archaeological finds. They were believed to have created a plumbing system due to their indoor toilets and were kind of experts in agriculture. Apart from climate changes and war, it is a mystery why one of the largest civilizations ever in the world vanished. Today, we know it as Crete, but about 3000 BC to 1000 BC, it was the land of the Minoan civilization. In mythology, Minoa was believed to be ruled by the Cretan bull and its minotaur offspring. But in reality, Minoa is believed to have been one of the very first civilizations in Europe. Unintelligent people with palaces, art, and commerce. They had a language called Linear A and Linear B. The Minoans were believed to have been wiped out by a devastating volcanic eruption, or through starvation afterward, if some of them ever survived. Surely there was a civilization that once lived and flourished on Easter Island. The standing hard evidence is the world-famous stone monuments called moai found all over the island. These statues were constructed by the people who lived on the island from 700 AD, and the people were called the Rapa Nui. Recent archaeology digs have shown that the heads are just the tops of what are full-body statues, up to 70 feet tall. Experts estimated the Rapa Nui people had grown to a healthy 3,000 before they died down to just about 100. Being island people, the reasons for their disappearance are attributed to lack of resources and starvation. As fascinating as its people, the Khmer, if not more fascinating, is the city of Angkor. This jungle-ridden city ruin was once a bustling city. Now it is one of the most popular tourist sites in Cambodia. Made famous by Angelina Jolie's Lara Croft, Tomb Raider film, this city is a 402-acre monument, temple, and is the largest religious monument in the world. 3 centuries before the Khmer Empire fell, Angkor Wat fell to ruin due to various reasons, some of which were war and natural disasters. Today, the city is enveloped by the forests of Cambodia, but still has regular visitors. It is where Ethiopia is today, but in the 1st century AD, it was known as the Aksumite Empire. It was one of the most successful trading centers of its time, conducting business with the help of the Red Sea, and trading with the likes of the Roman Empire and India. Great archaeological finds of this vanished society were the massive obelisks used like tombstones of the nobles. The Aksumite were the first to have their own monetary system in the form of coins, which was a big deal in those times, a sign of great wealth in a civilization. More theories revolve around hostile takeovers, them losing a war, rather than the other usual reasons for a society's decline. The Olmec were one of the first societies that inhabited Mexico. Their remnants and most of the evidence found were around south-central Mexico and along the Gulf of Mexico. These people lived off of the trade business, making the Olmec the mother of cultural beginnings in Mesoamerica. The famous carved heads and some other relics were evidence of the civilization's early beginnings and proof of life in the area, but no proof ever supported the explanation of their disappearance. It could be due to climate change, a hostile takeover, natural disasters like volcanic eruptions or floods.